Good morning, everyone. Spencer Andreas, Incident Management Team 5 with your daily operations update for May 22nd, 2022. All right, well, I'm going to get started. We're going to go ahead and start in the north end of the fire, just talk about a little things. I know some of you folks are still in the set status and different evacuation status, but just a little bit of the why of that. I know there's been some questions over the course of the last few days of the why. So first and foremost, your safety is paramount. As a fire comes through a community, there's a lot of safety hazards, not only for us, but you, and that's your safety is our utmost importance. So for us to lift some of those evacuations and or release them fully, we want to make sure that first and foremost, utilities, driving roads conditions, things like that are taken care of before we fully go back to normalcy. So please be patient and know that we're working as quickly as possible to get you back to normalcy. So a couple things going on in this area. I know I've talked the last few days on the east side of the incident as far as everything's looking good, it's cold, not a lot of activity. So I will say there will be some activity starting this week, which is a good activity. So your watershed, things that's extremely important to us and you, we're gonna start addressing this week. So we're developing a plan starting hopefully early next week for suppression repair. So what does suppression repair mean? Erosion. So as we know, fire comes through, takes a lot of the materials out, we get rains, erosion can start. So what we'll do is teams of specialized resources and folks will come in, they'll start setting up wattles, they'll start repairing your road systems. So one thing you'll see throughout our map is a lot of these X's and checkbox. What does that mean? That means dozer line. So part of our tactics and strategies is using mechanized equipment, dozers. So throughout our map, so now that we have a lot of more detail today, which I'm sure you're enjoying, you'll see a lot of these X's. That's all dozer line that was pushed in throughout the duration of the fire. What we'll do is once we deem this through this black line, which means that it's mopped up, we're patrolling it, but it's completely mopped up, usually 300 feet in from the fire's edge, we're good with it. At that point, we'll come in and start rehabilitating a lot of these road systems in conjunction with doing wattles and erosion control for your water system. So very important to us. So we're devising a plan and you'll start seeing those folks coming through this portion of the fire probably in the next few days. All right, moving on. So I'm sure everybody's kind of curious of what's going on the southwest side. So yesterday, crews did a phenomenal job. I know yesterday morning I reported out we had some spot fires, we had that weather event. Well, last night they had predicted a very similar weather event coming out of that east. Thankfully, the winds didn't moderate as much as the night before. So crews yesterday and all night last night were able to get in. They caught the spot fire. Catching it means they got in, they cut hand line, used dozers, and put hose all the way around the spot fires. So those are controlled. The crews are continuing working on those today to make sure those don't reignite. A couple other things that we're doing today is you may see smoke in the air. And so what we're doing is we reinforced all these lines. So reinforcing means widening, improving. So a lot of this stuff you'll see here, you'll see the dozer line, and then you'll see these R's. So that's an existing road. What we'll do is those road systems will actually widen and improve. So we'll bring in mechanized equipment, masticators, and things. So we'll widen it, make sure it's a good clean road and a good holding road. So that way we can hold the fire's edge from crossing that road. So what we're doing today, the plan is and last night is they did burning operations. So all through here and our goal is to try and tie it into all of our improved road systems. So that way we can completely mop this up, which is get in 300 feet in, hose, tools, extinguish the fire so it's completely cold and it turns into black. So that's our goal. So that's going to be predominantly our emphasis throughout the entire day today on the southwest corner is just that. So crews are in, doing some small backfires to start tying a lot of this stuff in and then also putting hose around those so that way crews can get in and mop up. As far as the west side, I know a lot of you folks that live over there yesterday, you got the evacuation order. So green, go. So with that, obviously we had a lot of fire activity, anticipated fire activity. This is still a work in progress, and this is going to be a few days before we can fully and hopefully get a lot of this tied in, put line around it, get in, mop it up, as I alluded to. And then our next emphasis, and it's happening today, is we have a lot of crews, and we're starting to shift a lot of the stuff over here to allow our suppression repair folks to come in from the east side and shifting them over into the western side up in the San Geronimo area to start working and proposing, and we're working on lines. So our current strategy for this wilderness piece, so currently where this footprint sits, very rugged. So for us, and we'd have to actually helicopter crews in because it's so, you can't drive. So we have been, the last few days since we took the fire, having crews starting to scout. So as we know, the wind was extremely high the last few days. Yesterday was the first day we were able to get our aviation assets up. So helicopters, air tankers, all helped and supported all the ground troops yesterday. So, utilization of retardant and the helicopters coming in with their buckets of water. So back to the wilderness portion, as I was talking about, the folks up here identified places that we can be successful with line construction. So the plan is we're going to take it from the Bear Creek all the way up into the zone break. And we're working with the zone to the north of us because they're coming down with their fire front to tie in conjunction. So we've identified some potential lines, and so lines is, for this area, we're going to be doing a mixed line because part of it's in the wilderness is with bulldozers and hand crews. So the majority of it's going to be hand crew work all the way up to the north. So when we're identifying lines, our goal is, number one, what's going to be the most successful? So unfortunately, a lot of times we'll get up and fly it and say, hey, this looks like a good ridge, or this looks like a good area. A lot of this has had to be done on foot. But we've identified some very good lines that we're going to start working on in the next few days and start getting that done. So I think that's all I have to report. I appreciate you listening in, and we'll see you tomorrow.